Hi, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Hope.
And this is the Bookish and Bubbly Podcast.
Woo! Hey, everyone.
Hey, it's your girls. We're back, baby.
Woo!
With the final... Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, I was like, what are you saying?
Originally, this was a trilogy, I heard. So this is
Oh.
the final... This is the third book of the ACOTAR series, which was the original ending of the trilogy, apparently.
Ooh.
I heard that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. And that makes sense. It does wrap up nicely, although I haven't read the next two, so I don't know, how that works.
I feel like if it ended like that, it would have been okay.
It would have been a great ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What a ride it has been.
I'm telling you. I wasn't really thrilled about reading these books.
No.
Like, shocker. I was like, okay, Brooke really wants to do this. We're going to read them. It's going to be fine. But I don't know. Even just like the names, like A Court of Wings and Ruin. I was like, yeah.
They're a little wordy.
Doesn't sound like my kind of thing. And
Yeah.
some of those books are thick.
Thick queens.
Yeah. And so I was like, yeah, I really don't want to. But everyone kept talking about it. You really want to? So I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I told you earlier, I feel like this book has changed us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we've gotten to talk to new people about it.
Yes.
The story, the characters.
Wow. I feel like I had heard this about this series being like a lot of people's gateway into fantasy. A lot of people just connect a lot on these books, but I just didn't get it. You don't get it till you try it. And wow, I just feel like these books, like, so you came into this being a strictly romance reader, right? Or good vibes reader.
Yeah, good vibes.
But a lot heavy on the romance.
Yeah.
And without having experienced a lot of action, just in general, even with shows and movies.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a couple things, but that's definitely not what you gravitate towards.
No, for sure.
So, you being someone that was your background, do you feel like this is a good series for people who have not dipped their toe into fantasy?
Yeah. But I would always preface it with the warning of you might not like the first book as much, which people also said to me.
Yeah.
So, but for different reasons, because they were like, oh, it's kind of like world building. With that, I'm like, well, I want to know it, so that didn't bother me, that part. I found it interesting, and I liked how my mind built these places, but I feel like it was a little dark for the first thing to read.
And I personally think the first one was darker than the other two, even though this one was about war. I don't know if it's just because in war you expect there to be more violence because it's literally war, but that was just not. That was different.
They didn't go into as much detail, though. And it wasn't such hatred behind it, either. Yeah. You could feel...
Yeah. And I guess in this way, the only people that are putting violence onto others are the evil people in the first book. This one, they're fighting each other, and they're fighting for the good. So then maybe that's why it wasn't as jarring.
Yeah, because this last one didn't bother me at all.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah. I wondered.
Yeah.
No. Well... Do we want to talk about anything else other than this book, though? I forgot. Sorry.
We can just head on in.
Okay.
Should we say what we rated it?
Yes. I rated it a 5. Are we surprised? I do want to change my rating for the first one, though.
To what?
Which I think we talked about last time.
I think you did.
But, okay. I'm not sure if I want to just, it is a 5 because of it's in the series, but by itself I would just rate it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just but then it's compared to the other books.
Yeah, I don't think it can be as high as the other ones.
It can't.
Sure.
But at the same time I'm but it just sets this whole story up.
Yeah.
And so then I'm it's a 5. Also, at the time I read it, I really enjoyed it. But yes. So this is a 5 for me.
Yeah.
I still like Mist and Fury better.
Yeah.
But it's still a 5. I don't know if that makes sense, how that could be the same rating.
That's what I'm contemplating in my mind.
This is still much better than other books I've read, so it's a 5. I don't know, in this scenario, let's pretend it's on a 10-point scale. Mist and Fury would be a 10.
Yeah,
perfect book. This would be a 9.5 for me.
I was gonna say I was going to rate it like a 4.8.
Yeah.
Because I want to rate it a 5, but I want it to be just a little bit lower than Mist and Fury.
Yeah.
But really, honestly, it's probably a 5. I really am liking it now.
I'm glad. I'm really happy. I wasn't sure what you'd rate this one. Obviously, we talked a little bit about it right before we started recording. But
yeah. Got in trouble with Mitch. He's like, "Are you guys talking about the book?"
Yes, he did. He's like, "Guys,
it's just so hard when we get together because we don't talk about it while we're reading, and so as soon as we do, we're like, like going through everything."
Which this time we talked about it more than I think other times.
Yeah,
but that's because I think we're having a sleepover. Maybe are we doing that still?
I thought.
Okay, great, perfect. Well, I guess we can just dive right in.
Yeah.
To the back of the book. Feyre has returned to the Spring Court, determined to gather information on Tamlin's actions and learn what she can about the invading king threatening to bring her land to its knees. But to do so, she must play a deadly game of deceit. One slip could bring doom not only for Feyre, but for everything and everyone she holds dear. As war bears down upon them all, Feyre endeavors to take her place as one of the high fae of the land, balancing her struggle to master her powers, both magical and political, and her love for her court and family. Amidst these struggles, Feyre and Rhysand must decide whom to trust among the cunning and lethal High Lords and hunt for allies in unexpected places. In this thrilling third book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, the fate of Feyre's world is at stake as armies grapple for power over the one thing that could destroy it. Oh, A Court of Wings and Ruin, baby. So good.
What is there to say? Loved it.
Loved it. It was so good. Oh, I get it now. I get the hype now.
Yeah. Do you feel like this was the biggest book you've read too?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I was pretty proud of myself when I finished it. I was
too.
Like, oh yeah.
I just did that.
Like, we're like smart.
We're like actually really smart. Yeah, no, this is a big boy. And yeah, isn't Silver Flames bigger?
I think I looked and it was like 800 pages or something.
Jeez,
it was definitely
crazy.
bigger.
It's bigger, yeah.
But when I was reading it, like, I never was like, oh my gosh, I have so much
Never.
more.
No.
I almost was like getting nervous as it was.
Yes. Like I don't have enough
smaller.
left.
Yeah.
That's how, yeah. Oh, loved it though. But yeah, so you heard what we rated it. You heard about the synopsis.
Yeah.
Now we're diving in. Spoilers ahead.
Okay, so I loved at the end of the last book when she like went back with Tamlin.
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was so excited because I was like, let's get him. Girl power, attack, burn the place down.
Yes.
So at the beginning of the book, I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, what is she going to do? You knew it was going to be dramatic and you knew that she was going to just obliterate the whole court.
Yes. Just like the end, you could just hear the fire.
Yes.
In her.
And even like just the fact that Rhys was like, go do it.
Yeah.
Like he was like fully
your high lady
it.
is in there.
Oh. So hot. So I immediately was like, let's do this.
Yeah.
What's she going to do? I was so excited to see her like go in there. And she did a good job.
Was such a badass.
Yes.
It was awesome.
And she was like calm and cool and collected.
Yes.
Just went in there. Tamlin had like no idea. Dummy.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb.
I just loved it right from the start.
Yes. The way that she describes like her feelings and like, okay, I'm going to put on this mask right now. I'm going to put on this mask. And then also as each situation unravels, I think for me, I was like, wait, what's going on? And then she explains how she was like deceiving everyone in that moment.
Yeah.
I loved all those little reveals.
Because instead of just going in and like literally blowing up the place, which I kind of felt like was going to happen, it was like mind games.
Oh, everything was mind games. So good.
And I loved that so much more.
Yes.
Because it couldn't be pinned to her.
Yes.
I mean, obviously they knew a little bit, but like,
yeah,
it was them destroying their own city.
Yeah.
Or court, whatever. And
I loved like her use of her powers during that time.
Yes.
Because like at the very beginning, she's painting a picture and she's like, it's just like a picture of a flower or something. And then she knows someone's coming in because she burns her paintbrush. Then she brought in the wind to take all the scent away. Mm-hmm. So like just stuff like that, just those little details.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can't let anyone know anything. And then she has like her shields up to notify her if someone's coming. I was like, wow, she's really developed her powers. Yes. I just thought that was so cool. Yeah. I did really love hearing about all of her powers. Like, and I know in the last one we talked about, or it talked about her developing her powers, but I just, they were so fine tuned. I just was so into it.
And then when her and Reese would talk through the bond, that killed. Whenever I would see that, the writing and,
you're like,
is it italics or whatever?
Yeah.
I was like,
here
like,
we go. Yes, and even that, they couldn't talk as much because they could smell the bond on her.
Yes, but what they did,
wow.
Golden. Like,
golden. Yes. Okay, so she's there. She's already planting seeds of, like, she basically wants it to implode.
Yeah.
The spring court, she wants it to implode on itself. So she's, like, planting seeds of doubt between Tamlin and his sentries, which I assume that's like soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ianthe. Ugh, F that lady. She's the worst.
But she got what was coming to her.
She sure did.
Because when it started to describe, like, when she was like, okay, put your hand there, I was like, is she gonna,
she sure did. And then at the very end, she really gets what's coming to her.
Yeah.
Yes. But yes, so we have Hybern coming in. They're supposed to literally host Hybern. And what I didn't like is how Tamlin was so chill with it all.
Yeah.
I did not like that. I liked how he was including her finally.
Yeah.
I don't like him, but, like,
overall, I just hate him.
well, yeah. Well, at the end,
I was like, you needed to do that.
For sure.
But we can get to that later.
Okay. I just thought, I was surprised I wasn't hearing more from him about, like, to Feyre, like, about how he doesn't like this. He was like, play nice and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
he just
they're
is
like
a weasel.
Actually evil, right? Like,
yeah.
I just think he's dumb.
Yeah.
He's just dumb. So we have the twins come in, and she realizes they're Damati. And they're weird and a little incestuous, if we're all going to be honest with ourselves. It's weird. And Jurian's there, too.
Yes.
Which, that whole thing confused me. And by the end, I was like, okay, this makes way more sense that he's good. Because he's literally a human who has been trapped in a ring for years. 500 years?
Yeah.
So I was like, I was confused at all as to why did I miss why the King of Hybern resurrected him? Did I miss that? I feel like I missed a really big thing, because why would he resurrect a human if he's fighting the humans? I mean, he's fighting all of Prithian, and he just wants total control. But, like, I feel like
wasn't
I
it because
missed a detail.
Of Miriam and?
Yeah, but why did he care about them? To track them down, I guess. But to me, I'm like, why wouldn't you just try other methods?
No,
you have the cauldron.
Because at first, like, Jurian, he wanted the revenge, right?
Not really. It was all fake.
See, but the King of Hybern would have thought he wanted that revenge. And they
Miriam.
thought, and they knew they had to be somewhere.
Sure.
So that it was like a soldier in that battle.
I guess, I guess.
You'll have to ask Olivia.
I will. That's a good idea. Because I was just kind of, even if it was to find Miriam and Dracon or whatever his name was, like.
That's so funny. I always said Draken.
Maybe it is. I don't remember how they said it in the book, but yeah, I was like, why would you resurrect someone who would have the biggest grudge against your people ever?
Yeah.
Someone who they trapped your soul for 500 years.
Yeah.
I just felt like that was the wrong person to pick.
Yeah.
But I think the thought was he went mad because he was in the ring for 500 years. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I feel like I did miss something big there, but I was like, whatever. Jurian's bad. Okay, got it. So they're there to try to find holes in the wall, and then we don't really know what they're planning yet, but they basically want to take the wall down. But yeah, all the while we see Feyre just, trying to tear it down from the inside and like planning little things with Lucian. She's kind of trying to get close to him and make everyone think that they're like kind of a thing. That was kind of confusing. Yeah. But
I was like, ooh, girl.
I know. Dangerous for both of you, but it works. Stuff like that works. And she makes everyone doubt Ianthe's power during the summer solstice. She moves her stone. She gets blessed by the sun and uses her day court powers to glow. Yeah. Loved that. So sneaky. Yes. I loved it. And then sends it to Lucian too. Yeah. And I feel like at that point he was like, okay, this girl is doing something sneaky.
I felt like he knew too.
Yeah.
But I always felt like he was like a little bit good. Even through like the other books, like I was obviously the ACOTAR, but like even the second one, I was like,
well, he always just seemed like he would just go along with whatever Tamlin said. And also, the dude doesn't have anywhere to go. His family tried to murder him. Yeah. Springcourt is the only other place that he's known that he's welcome. Yeah. And so he doesn't want to, like, get on Tamlin's bad side. And also, I just think Lucian's definitely just more of a submissive person. Yeah. And Tamlin is an extremely strong and controlling presence. Yeah. So, like, that makes sense to me that kind of was their dynamic. Yeah. And, unlike the Night Court, the Springcourt is just headed by Tamlin. Yeah. I guess Ianthe as well. But, like, for the most part, it's just him. He's basically the High King. Yeah. Rather than, like, Rhysand has a whole court of people, or whatever, his inner circle. Yeah.
His family.
I loved it.
Yeah, so then basically, Feyre plants enough seeds that she's like, okay, now I'm going to start
Let's blow this popsicle stand. Yeah. Yes. She makes everyone hate Tamlin because she gets him to, like, explode on her, and she does not use a shield. Yeah. So she gets hurt. Yes. She's super nice to all the sentries. Mm-hmm. She sees Ianthe. Ianthe has this whole plan to frame the sentries and also make herself look great by having the Naga come in and try to ruin everything. But she saves the day. But it was all a ruse because she just wanted people to think she's powerful. And Feyre helps take care of the sentries after he was whipped. Yeah. And it was like, no, please.
Oh, I didn't like that part. I forgot about it.
Yeah. And she was like, no, listen to him. Yeah. You're not even listening to him. And and Ianthe's like, you would take a word of a sentry over the high priestess. And that's when he lost all the sentries because he just went right with Ianthe. I was like, that to me was surprising. Well, not really surprising. But I was like, what are you doing, man?
I just think he's a weasel.
Yeah. But yeah, sowed enough doubt. The day finally comes for her escape.
Yeah, so she decides she's going to try and make her escape. But then the twins kind of figure out that she's, like, making moves. Making money moves.
Yeah, because they're Damati, and they're like, we know what you're doing here, girl. Yeah.
So I think they were, like, talking to her, too. Like, she was eating her apple and stuff, and they start talking to her, and they're like, yeah, like, you know, basically, like, we know what you're doing here.
Yeah, well, they caught up with her when she was, like, telling Ianthe all of her stuff. Yes. But she had already eaten the apple, and it had already set in.
Because they poisoned her.
They did.
With Faebane, right?
Yeah.
And they also gave it to Lucian, right?
They gave it to everybody, at the Spring Court. Yeah. And Ianthe, we find Ianthe was helping them.
Yes.
Because she's bad. Obviously. She's real bad.
That brat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying to make their escape, which they're still able to get away. They're just struggling.
Yeah. And she kills them. They both kill them. The twins.
Yeah. Yep.
It was awesome.
And then they're like, okay, how do we get back?
Yes. So they run to the Autumn Court.
Yeah.
Hide out. They do cross the Autumn Court. They get to the Winter Court.
Which is where Lucian's family is.
He's in the Autumn Court.
Autumn Court. Then they followed them to the Winter Court.
His family
because they run it, They followed him too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that's where his family lives.
No.
His family, yes. His brothers find them at the Winter Court.
Yes.
Bad news bears. They corner them. They're on the ice. It does not look good.
No.
They're getting beat up. When, boom, all of a sudden, Cassian and Azriel come in and save the freaking day. It was awesome. I got so many chills during that scene.
That was a good scene.
It was just, and it was so special because she hadn't seen them in months. Both of them were doing so bad when she last saw them.
Yes.
Cassian's wings were messed up. Azriel had a freaking arrow in his chest.
Yeah.
That was so freaking cool. That was
a really good scene. Cool. I did like that one a lot.
Wow.
I liked, too, that when they find, because then they get her back and Lucian. But, like, at first I was like, where is Rhys? What is he doing? Mm-hmm. And I loved how, I think it was Moore told him, she's like, he's on his way, but, like, they were the closest. He had to get, like, I loved that, like, he was off doing his own thing, but, like.
He heard her through the bond.
Yes.
And he went to go find her.
Yes.
But he was too far.
Yes.
Like, he went to the Spring Court, I believe.
But I loved that he was like, okay, now you go get her.
Yes. Oh, and they're just like her brothers, and I just loved it.
Yeah.
I
just family.
Love their family so much.
Yeah.
Can I say it again? I love it. I love it. Oh, that was beautiful. Yes. So then we obviously have an amazing reunion. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It was great. And it was just really special because they hadn't seen each other in months. Yeah. Was it 2 months or something maybe?
I think so.
Yeah. Beautiful. And also, Lucian gets clued into the fact that, okay, these people are not evil.
Yeah.
They're not evil. Clearly, I'm missing things. He said, clearly there's a larger story here that I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
That was cool. I was glad that he was like, immediately could see that rather than being, I feel like a lot of times in books, people are just so stubborn. And I'm like, you can see with your own eyes, like, that clearly what you thought was not the case. Yeah. And I like that he immediately was like, okay, hold on.
Yeah. And they were like welcoming, even though they're cautious.
Very cautious.
They were like nicer to him than I thought they would have been.
Same. I agree.
I felt like he was going to be locked up somewhere.
I did too.
For safekeeping.
But I think because Reese kind of gave her the choice because she's the high lady. And
always
she's like,
gets the choice.
She always gets the choice. As she should.
Yeah.
She sees her sisters for the first time. Nesta's a bitch as always to her. Elaine seems to be a little bit checked out here. Yeah. She's very upset. Obviously, she's not going to be able to marry her mortal husband, her mortal fiance. His family literally hates the fairies. So that's not going to work super well. So she's very like mentally unstable. Yeah. At least we all think she's mentally unstable, which she is. But
so we had our reunion.
We had our big reunion.
It's like happy for a second, but then it's like, okay.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Hybern is coming. They know they're trying to break down the wall. Feyre's able to tell them like everything that she lets Reese see her mind to see everything that happens. Like he's aware, and it talked about he told Cassian and Azrael and all them. Yeah. So then it's like, okay, now we have to figure out what the heck we're gonna do here.
Yeah, and then I feel like most of the middle of the book was just them figuring out how to like basically be the strongest army. What is the best battle plan?
Trying anything and everything.
Yeah, and then I think they settle on the fact that they really need to, well, first of all, they need to get the cauldron. They want to get the cauldron back to avoid the wall coming down. Yes. And if they can't do that, they would just want to nullify the cauldron. Right. Basically make it unusable. Yeah. So that's their main plan. But then they still know that they're going to have to go to war. So they want to try to get all these other people.
And they know their armies are way smaller than what Hybern has.
Yes, because she found out there was like 200,000 in the army that they know of. Yeah. And they do not have those numbers. And all of the courts are not united. Right. Everyone is, first of all, against Night Court. Yeah. And Spring Court is like with Hybern now, we think. Yeah. And Summer Court has blood rubies against Night Court. Like it's all in Autumn Court. Baron's an asshole.
Everything is
shitty. Like, and I remember when they talked about the big meeting with all the High Lords. Yeah. Rhysand wants to call a meeting with all the High Lords to try to get on the same page and see like what's the battle plan, who's on our side, who's not. And they're like, well, I think we can count on the other solar courts, so like Day and Dawn, because they're like within the same category, and then all the seasonal courts, they're kind of like, oh, will they side with Tamlin? What's going to happen?
And they don't even know who's going to show up.
They don't. For me, I thought that was crazy. I was like, hold on. Unless you want Hybern to win, why would you not just band together? Yeah. Even if you freaking hate these people.
Yeah, but like with Tamlin, they're thinking he's with them. So it's like everybody has that choice of, are they just going to like submit to them, or are they going to like stand up even though they might be really low odds against them?
I think I'm just surprised. I was surprised at they weren't unwilling, because then they do have the meeting eventually, but I just felt like it was pulling teeth.
But also because they think that Rhys is like an asshole.
That's a good point. He was Amarantha's whore for 50 years. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I was just surprised that the other courts didn't seem to be making alliances. He was the only one that we know of that was making alliances with everybody. Yeah. We don't know, I guess, because we're not from those point of view. But I was thinking, after being under Amarantha's rule for 50 years, you would think that they would all be like, okay, guys.
Like, do y'all want to do that again?
Like, can we, like, agree to, like, forgive our differences for now?
And they knew Hybern would be worse than her, too.
Yes, because she's just one of many, many generals. I was like, what's happening? I think I was just like, why are you doing this? But they're very old. They are very prideful
Yeah.
of their gifts
Yeah.
and their lands, and very territorial.
Yeah.
And
it's the same thing like in our society.
it's
you know,
the same
like
thing across the board.
People, they want the power
Yep.
and they want to be the one in charge,
Yeah.
and they mess crap up.
They sure do. And yeah, even like trying, when people did start saying, yeah, we'll come.
Yeah.
They couldn't agree on a spot to
Yeah.
go. And I'm just like, oh. But yeah, it is the same across the course of history.
Yeah.
Everyone is just stubborn. Everyone is stubborn and prideful.
Stubborn and stupid.
Stubborn and stupid. Yeah. Yes. Okay. We have Amryn constantly looking at the book, as she was last book as well. She was looking at it during all of Mist and Fury, trying to figure out how to nullify the cauldron, or if there's a spell that they could do to like keep the wall secure.
Yeah.
She is also training Nesta, because
Yes.
we're not really sure what Nesta's powers are, because Nesta will not divulge them, but she also doesn't seem to know.
Yeah.
But she also doesn't really want to help. But then she's willing to train with Amryn.
I feel like her and Elaine are dealing with what happened to them in completely different ways.
Yes.
And just completely different ways.
Yeah.
But we talked about this too, like with Nesta, you were super annoyed with her.
Yes.
But I, like, when she would like talk to like Cassian and stuff, I laughed a couple times where she was basically like, F off.
I did too. I think it was more of when like Feyre would ask for help, or she would just try to reach out at all, and Nesta would either completely ignore her, give her a death glare, or tell her to F off.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, people are about to die.
Yeah.
And then, which she did come to terms with that.
Yeah.
After the Summer Court was attacked by Hybern, and no one was going to help them. They found out from Varian, because Varian has a thing for Amryn. And they found that out, and so they all went. They were like, no, we're going to go help them. So they did. First of all, epic. Okay, you thought so? Okay.
Yes.
Her and Moore, Feyre and Moore going in to help the lesser fairies.
Yeah.
Because they were being barricaded below, or the high fae were barricading themselves like in the upper levels, and leaving the lesser fairies to like fend for themselves against Hybern's army. Great plan.
I also thought it was really cool that like her and Rhys did it separately. Like they had so much trust in each other, and just like, we got this. Let's take care of these people.
Yes, but her and Moore going in there, guns a-blazing, that was
effing it up.
Oh, that was so cool. And I loved when they were in the group of Summer Court soldiers, and then they got in there, and then they were like, don't be afraid. And the lights turned off, and they killed every single bad soldier. And then the lights turned on, and all the guys were like, what? Because they had just like literally ripped them a new one.
These girls.
It was freaking awesome. It was so cool. I loved it. And then Rhys and Hybern kind of had a showdown, but Hybern wasn't really there.
Yeah, that was
weird.
confusing.
That was very confusing. Now that I'm just thinking about it, I was like, I don't even know what freaking happened there. Other than Hybern wasn't really there. He was trying to get under Rhys' skin.
Yeah, it was like a psychological warfare.
Correct. So they get back after that, and that's when I was going to say Nesta, I think, had a little bit of an awakening there. Not an awakening, a come to Jesus meeting, if you will. And she was like, why did you go? And she's like, people needed help.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nesta, what are you talking about? Literally. And then that made her like, wow, she's right.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, are we firing on all cylinders here, Nesta? That's where I was like, she seemed very selfish at the beginning, and clearly has a lot of hurt and anger in her heart. But I haven't liked her since the beginning, because she like wouldn't help her younger sister with the firewood. Her sister's going out there every day.
You hold a grudge. No, that is big. But like, to keep thinking about that the whole series.
But I'm just saying, she hadn't changed since then.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, well, no. She did tell Feyre at the end of Court and Thorns or Roses or whatever.
Yeah.
She said, hey, you don't come back here.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. You stay there and have a better life. She did say that. So that was that one moment.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, she's not changing. Why aren't you changing?
Yeah.
But I know that was super traumatic, probably, to get tossed into the cauldron.
I would think so.
Probably. And we don't know. Like, I think in Silver Flames, we'll probably get a lot more insight into how her mind works and into like her past. Yeah. I'm sure she's had trauma. Well, we know she's had trauma based on like their childhood and stuff. But I'm sure we'll get more insight into that. And I don't remember when they went. Some people that they were trying to get, Kier and his Deathbringers, the Under the Mountain people.
Yes.
I can't remember I think that was before the Summer Court attack, but
Probably,
it doesn't really matter. So they are like, okay, we need to get the Deathbringers in here. And so they go down under the mountain again. Basically, to convince Moore's dad, Keir, to bring his army and help them out. And he doesn't have to, according to the treaty that they all signed years and years ago.
Yeah.
And we find out that Rhys has made a deal with Eris, which is Autumn Court. It's the next son in line to be the High Lord of the Autumn Court. Made a deal with him that Eris and Keir could be allies, basically. It's all convoluted. Again, it's very convoluted. But so Moore felt so betrayed because Eris is the guy that she was pledged to when she was about to be married to him, and then that whole thing happened. She was bludgeoned to death. Well, not to death.
Almost.
So hates Eris. We hate Eris, but I do think he's actually going to be good.
Yeah.
Based on what they said. I think maybe he helped Lucian escape. He wasn't into the thing with Moore. He knew Moore was gay.
Yeah.
And they hinted at that.
Yeah.
He hinted at that later, which I'm sure we'll get more into. But I think there's a lot more to Eris.
Yeah.
I think he's probably a huge dick, but also I think he actually is maybe good inside.
Yeah.
So
I thought so too.
Yeah. So she feels betrayed about Eris, and then she also feels betrayed because then what Keir wanted was to be able to go into Valaris.
Yes. With no limitations.
Yes. And then Rhys was like, well, we'll talk about that later, but yes, you can come to Valaris.
Well, because at first he was like, well, there will be limitations.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, there won't. And he was like, all right, sure. Yeah. We'll discuss later. But yeah.
And then so they're hopefully going to be able to restrict time and place that they come.
Yeah.
But then we find out Rhys does talk to, he knew that Keir was going to ask for that.
Yeah.
Because he was planning on it before we find out.
Because he always knows.
He always
everything.
knows. Yes, he does. He's perfect. And he talked to all the different shop owners and stuff, and they're like, you're not allowed to serve Keir and his Deathbringers. Basically, you can't, we're gonna make this not fun for them. Yeah. Basically. But I do think in this one time he did not do the right thing. He did not tell Moore.
Yeah.
I think that he should have still done it because they need them.
Yeah.
And they need Eris. They need all of that.
Yeah.
But he didn't warn Moore before. And I know why he didn't warn her. He says, he's like, I thought you were going to try to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
But they need the help.
Yeah.
All the while, Elaine is having these, she keeps saying stuff and they think she's crazy. And for me, I was like, okay, she's clearly saying specific things. About the ravens are coming. And she saw the hands that were young turn old. And she's not dead. Everyone thinks she's dead. She's not dead. That scared me. I thought she meant Amarantha. Oh. I literally thought she was like, Amarantha's alive. I thought that's what it was. But it was the Queen Vasa person or whatever.
No.
Yes.
I didn't think about that.
I thought it was. I was like, we really don't need to bring her back up. Let's leave her be. Please do not resurrect Amarantha.
I did not think that at all.
That's what I thought. But it wasn't, so it was fine. But the whole time I was like, okay, my girl she's unhinged. She is. But are you not listening to her? I don't know. I was kind of surprised. But, they have a lot going on. They're literally trying to plan a war. So, and they think Elaine's falling apart. But they realize she's not crazy. They realize she is in fact a seer because of what happens at the library.
What happened at the library with Elaine?
No, she's not in the library. They realize she's seeing things because she warns them about the twin ravens that come in.
I gotcha. Okay.
Not the twins.
Sorry.
Whatever,
I was like, she wasn't there.
No, she wasn't. It was just her. It was just Feyre and Nesta.
So sorry. I liked too that the people in the library were people that Rhys had saved.
Yes.
You just find out how we've said it once. We'll say it until we breathe our last breath. But he is truly perfect.
He's literally so perfect.
As an unmarried woman, where does one find a Rhys?
When I find him, I'll let you know. Love you, Mitchell, but you were not written by a woman.
Honestly, that's a great point.
It's just a woman's dream man. Well, maybe not every
He's
woman.
more than that.
He really is more than that. He's perfect in every way. He just does the right thing every time. Like he's
Every
always
time.
He pushes her when she needs to be pushed. He backs off when he needs to back off. He makes jokes when he needs to do that.
He says the best thing.
Yeah. He knows how to lay it down. He's literally perfect.
I want one. Yeah. So library. Yeah, basically everyone almost dies in the library.
Yeah, we've heard about this monster at the bottom of the library. Cassie went down there years ago, and he came back up, and he almost shit himself.
I think that's so funny how they talked about, like, he still has never said to this day what he saw.
And Reese tried to go in a week after thinking Cassie was just, making him laugh, or making a joke. Cassie ties him to a chair. He's like, dude, my dude, do not go down there. But she's like, all right, well, we're getting chased by these two guys from Highburn, the Ravens. Yeah. She's like, well, that's my only option. So she's
a brave girl.
She's brave.
Because I would have been like, Reese.
Hello. But she was trying to call for him.
Yes.
But
it was blocked because the bond was blocked. Yeah, it talked about it was blocked. I would have died right there.
Her powers were nullified, I'm pretty sure, because they had Fabane. They use Fabane all the time. Yes. Highburn uses Fabane like it's going out of style. Yeah. And so she saves Nesta. She's like, Nesta, run. Nesta did say, no, I'm not going to run. But she did. She ended up running, which was good.
You sure? She's gone.
And then they can't get to Nesta anymore. Yeah. And she's like, help me. She's asking the monster for help. The Bryaxis.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. And makes a bargain with it. He just wants some company.
Which is kind of sad.
I know.
But for me, I was like, oh, Tamlin.
Let's throw you down there.
Literally, when I read that, I was like, send Tampon in.
And so then that thing just gobbles him up.
Yeah.
But
and she's got a new tattoo.
She's got a new tat on her arm, a nice band.
And Reese is like, really?
But she had to.
Yeah.
And then he comes in. And he's pissed. And then he just absolutely destroys them.
Yeah.
Because he's like... And yes, so...
I like, too, that she's learning to, like, outsmart the monsters, too. Yeah. Because she didn't say, like, who would come, how long they would come. And so Reese is like, what'd you do? And she's like, well, I didn't promise anything. There were no
specifications.
So somebody could just go down and be like, hey, how you doing? Peace. Put Tampon. Whatever the hell his name is. Yeah. Put him down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or Ianthe. She can go.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore. She did. Okay. They find out Highburn wants Nesta. That's why the Ravens were there.
Yes.
To get Nesta.
Yeah.
Because she took something from the cauldron. They think that by bringing Nesta back, they can fix the cauldron. Because the cauldron's not really working super well.
Yeah. Which, honestly, I was like, should we just give her to him?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Not a bad idea, because she was kind of a jerk at this point. Still.
Yeah. Even though I know it wasn't the right answer, I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
There's just so much that happened in this book. It's really tough.
It is tough.
Without, like, literally reenacting the whole thing, which we would be up for. Especially you.
I know.
Would be up for.
Yeah. I struggle with the details. Well, no, I don't struggle with the details. I struggle with the timeline and remembering things. But once I get there, then I'm like, oh. Yeah. And then they said this. And then they said that.
You are really good at, like, bringing out little details. Like, you'll say stuff, and I'm like, what?
Did that happen? Thank you. Well, okay, so I read the book. I finished it last night, and then I listened to the audiobook throughout the day today.
The whole thing?
No, but I had started the audiobook yesterday, like, whenever I wasn't able to sit down and read. I started it. Anyways, I still can't remember the order of details.
It's a lot of battles. The bone carver. She goes to see the bone carver.
Oh, yes. So they did try to get the bone carver, and she realizes who the bone carver is portraying himself as.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I really... Okay. Obviously, well, not obviously between us, we're saying it's their son.
Yes.
It's her and Reese's son.
She didn't realize it before.
Because she was like, oh, he looks like Reese. Oh, my God.
And she's like, oh, and that he has my mouth. He has
Yeah.
my father's mouth. And she's like, oh,
yes. So when they're leaving, Reese asks her, like, what did you see?
In the Mist and Fury book.
Yes. And so but then I loved how he was like, what did he look like? That was in this book.
Oh, in this book.
Yeah, that was in this book.
I thought you were talking about before, because she was like, he asked what she saw.
Yeah.
And she was like an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah. But this time she told him, like,
she said, he asked what he looked like.
I love that part. And then she let him see through her mind.
Mm.
That was one part of the book that I was like, I just loved how he was
really sweet.
He didn't say anything. He was just like, what did he look like?
Yeah, that was really sweet. Oh my gosh. I loved it. But yeah, so the bone carver did say, oh, sure, I'll fight for you if you can get me the Ouroboros mirror.
Yeah.
We also find out that the bone carver is not of this world.
Yeah.
He's from a different world, and he has 2 siblings.
Yeah.
One being the Weaver.
Yes.
And we're like, whoa. And that we find out they're death gods.
Yeah.
And one being a guy that's trapped in a lake, which I assumed was the one that had the Queen Vasa. I thought. But I don't know if we know that. We don't know that.
Yeah.
I assumed it was because they talk about her being at a lake. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I thought that. On the continent. And then he said that his brother was trapped on the continent in a lake.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I thought that. But it might be different. But basically, he was hiding from his siblings.
Yeah.
Because they're like death gods.
Yeah.
So that was cool, finding that out. But yes, he wants this mirror, which was the Weaver's mirror. But when they did go under the mountain earlier, or after that, Kier was like, sure, you can have it if you can take it. Because the only way you can come into possession of it is to look into it. And most people go mad or they die when they look into the mirror. And they're like, well, we can't risk that. We can't risk us all going mad or whoever it is to go mad. We need every body we can get.
Yeah.
So
that just was like out, that idea.
So they're like, okay, well, the bone carver's out, I guess. And I know Reese and her did go later to try to convince him again. And he's like, nope, that's the only way I'll do it. They tried to, so they're like, okay, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So they did try multiple times to like get around that, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
Which ended up being fine.
Yep.
It did. They do end up making a deal. Feyre makes a deal with the Briaxis and is like, okay, can you please fight for us? And they didn't want her to do that because they thought it was going to be too crazy.
Yeah.
All he wanted was a little window. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
All he wanted was a friend and a window.
Yeah.
He's like, no, this is my home. I'm cool to be under this mountain here.
I've accepted it.
I want a little window. That's all I need. So they're like, great, you're in.
Yeah.
So now she has 2 tattoos.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's getting a whole sleeve.
She has a lot of tattoos. Yeah. Okay.
Is this when like the battles start?
Then yes, we have multiple battles near the end.
There's just like days of war.
Yeah.
And they're just like exhausting themselves, and then they go back to the camp and rest. Mm-hmm. And her and Reese rest together, and then the next day.
Yes. So the first war, we find out Jurian comes and tells them where they'll be.
Yeah.
And so we find out Jurian's actually not bad. He is good. He is with the humans. And he's like, listen, they're going to be at the spring court tomorrow on this side. Make sure you go on this side of the battle. They're weakest here. Like, he tells them everything about where they'll be.
Yeah.
I loved this because Reese glamored the whole army.
Yes.
And they came in, and then he lifted the glamour, and they're all like,
attacked.
Absolutely. They're just like, shit. So then they just absolutely destroy this part of Hybern's army.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, her and Reese, they hang out together for a little bit in the tent. And then throughout the next couple of days, they find out that Hybern has gone around them somehow.
Yeah.
And they're about to get to the Winter Court. So they're ahead of them northwise. And so they're like, okay, how do we get here? And then, was it Varian that suggested, he's like, okay, what if we pretend we're still here?
Yes.
And they put a glamour on the entire camp.
Yes.
That was freaking cool.
Feyre painting it.
Yes, I loved it.
I love how they brought like her talents into it. Too.
Yes.
Like her human talents into it.
I loved it. So they glamored the entire camp and then took everybody
Yeah.
to where Hybern was.
Yeah.
And then, so Feyre did not fight in either of those battles.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say none of the women did, but more did end up fighting in that second one because they started losing. Cassian was it was not looking good. It was not looking good. Hybern started kind of winning, and she was like, we need to know where Hybern's actual army is, and no one knows.
Yeah.
The only way is if I trap the Suriel again. That's the only way.
Suriel.
The Suriel. So she convinces Mor to go down and fight for them. She's like, I'll just be here. And then she talks to Elaine, and she's like, Elaine.
Yeah.
Girl, tell me where the Suriel is. She finds the Suriel. She goes there, finds out from him that he actually doesn't know where Hybern's army is because the magic is so strong and it's older than him.
Yeah.
He's like, but you have the power to do that with Nesta. No. Then Ianthe and her soldiers come in and shoot the Suriel. We find out that she had given him a cloak because that's a big thing for the Suriel.
Yeah.
Loves the cloak.
Yeah.
And it had like a glamour on it or whatever, the spell on it that if it ever came in contact with Feyre again, she would know. And so she comes there to go basically take her back to Hybern.
Yeah.
But what does Feyre do?
Well, the big thing that stuck out for me was that she stayed with the Suriel, like, as he was dying.
Yeah.
I loved that.
It was very
I thought
sweet.
it was sweet. And, like...
It was very, very sweet.
Like, they were, like, friends. And he even, like, complimented her and was, like, telling her,
like... You're kind. You're so kind. And she was like, you were kind to me.
Yes. That part really did stick out to me. That was really sad. Because I feel like she never wanted people to, like, die alone.
Yep.
Like, with the girl, like, praying and all that in the first book, and, like, even when the one fairy came to Tamlin, like, she stayed with him there. Like, she just was, like, good, too.
Of course. Yeah. But that she had Ianthe killed by the Weaver.
Yes.
Yeah. That was awesome.
To me, I liked the more love side than the
for sure.
Side.
I was like, justice, yes. And then I was like, very, very sweet moment. And he said, stay with the High Lord.
Yes.
Stay with the High Lord, which it is a callback.
Yeah.
Because he said that in the first book. He said, stay with the High Lord. You will be safe. He didn't mean Tamlin. He meant Rhysand.
Yes.
What a sneaky little guy. He's sneaky. But then, again, this was a double meaning. Stay with the High Lord was a double meaning here, which we'll find out later. So, she finds out, okay, we got to ask Nesta.
Yeah.
We got to ask Nesta. So she comes back. Everyone's ripping her a new one because she did not tell anybody where she was going.
Yeah. Especially Mor.
Mor is pissed at her.
Yeah.
Which I get why she's pissed, but also it's war. She doesn't want Mor to, like, freak out.
Yeah, but she's the High Lady.
Yeah, she's the High Lady. That's true. That's true. And Mor's like, you have to trust us. You have to trust us. Yeah. And then they get into a huge fight. It's not great. But that night, Elaine gets taken.
Yes.
That was scary.
It also, like, I could not believe that Rhys let her go to get him back without him going there. But I get why, because he said they would know that, like, he was there and stuff. I could not believe that.
His speech to her.
Yes.
He's like, you are a warrior.
Yeah.
He said that. You're a warrior. I can't remember what else he said.
He basically was like, take no shit.
Yes. I got so many chills.
Yes.
And Azrael's like, I'm going to go get her.
Yeah.
He was the first one. He's like, I'm going to go get her.
Yeah.
And then Feyre turned herself into Ianthe.
Yes.
Oh, loved it. They go to the camp.
Yes.
Also, I don't think I realized that Azrael's literally a shadow.
Yeah.
Until that moment.
Yeah.
He's literally called a shadow singer. He always has shadows around him. I did not realize he turns into shadows.
Yeah.
Did not get that. Did you get that before that moment?
No.
Okay. That helps me. So I was like, oh, he's literally a shadow. That's how he spies so well.
Yeah.
They
and
go
then
there.
she saves the girl.
Yes.
It was a fairy. Or was it a human?
She's the children of the blessed or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
She heard her screaming, and basically she told Jurian, she was like, I gotta save her.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God. Like,
honestly,
he's like, you have one shot, basically.
Honestly, in that moment, while I do think it was the right thing to do, I also was like, girl, you can't save her right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think? I know technically it was the right thing to do.
I know, like, it was part of her, who she was.
It is.
That, like, of course
true.
she's going to.
That's a good point.
But I
was like, girl,
it's a tough decision
the
because
fate
I
of the
feel
world
like
is in your shoulders. We can't save this one person right now. We got to get Elaine out and leave.
And had it been any of us, we would have been like,
sorry.
You know?
Yeah, that would have sucked.
But even though it was like a battle and they got a little bit injured and there was blood coming out of the wings.
That happened, though. Very big things that happened.
Go ahead.
Tamlin comes in. Last minute, she's about to be attacked by the Naga hounds or whatever. Yeah. He comes in beast form, takes him down.
Yeah.
She's having to fly. She's getting attacked. She has arrows in her body.
Yeah.
She flies for the first time, but how does she fly? The spring wind that he sends her way, and he saves her. Tamlin, so, okay, up until this point, I have absolutely despised Tamlin.
Yeah.
I've absolutely hated this dude until now. He's been a complete asshole. And for me, I do not hate him anymore after this moment because he saved them when it counted.
Yeah.
So, this is my opinion. Like, I think, basically, yes, he was totally in the wrong the whole time before this.
Yeah.
He, to me, is just a stupid man who is extremely controlling. I don't think he actually had ill intentions. I think he was literally just so dumb. Like, I'm sorry. You think making a deal with Hybern is a smart move here?
Yeah.
To get her back.
I just don't think he's a good leader by
So
any
dumb.
means.
Horrible leader. Horrible partner.
Yeah.
And he's just dumb. He doesn't think things through. He's dumb.
Yeah.
But I don't think he actually has, like, evil in his heart.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
But he's cool with... I'm cool. Like, we're neutral now. After he saved... And the fact that, like, she brought it up about... I can't remember what she called it. The paradox thing. That basically... She had never seen him do that spring wind. And I don't think he'd ever done it either.
Yeah.
And it was... In that moment, he was able to provide that for her. To save her life.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, I'm cool with Tamlin. Cool as in, we're fine. I don't really want to know more about you, but we're good. We're good.
See, I took it as, like, you needed to do this.
Oh,
and
he did. That's what I'm saying.
Not giving you really any props. Like, it's the least you could do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're neutral now.
Yeah.
How?
A little less than neutral, but...
Oh, well, yeah. For me, I feel like we're neutral because he saved them.
Yeah.
And he took... I was scared that he was about to get murdered, but he got out too. But before that, I forgot about the High Lords meeting. They did have that meeting.
Yeah.
That was freaking epic.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
also,
gosh.
Tamlin really annoyed me during it.
Oh! Literally, I was like, go fuck yourself, Tamlin.
Yeah.
Truly.
And I think they all felt like that too.
Yes.
Like somebody should have said it.
He was so annoying. And Reese showed his power in there. He was like, literally, zip it. Zip it, pal.
Yeah.
And then I loved that because everyone's like, oh. She describes it as they are like how humans are to the Fae.
Yeah.
But that's how they're like to Rhysand. They don't realize how much power he has. And he said, this is to remind you that I could just go into all your minds right now and tell you to unite with me. But I'm not doing that because I'm not evil.
Yeah.
Loved that. And then so Azriel attacked Eris when he insulted Mor. Yep. Loved that.
Yep.
Absolutely loved that. Get in there, mister. And then when Feyre blew up on Baron, I was like, get it, girl! Get it, girl! Which I know that we were trying to hide those things because they didn't want the other High Lords to know that she had all their powers.
Yeah.
But then she was like, if me having a kernel of your power is your biggest problem, then your priorities are severely out of order. And I said, preach, Feyre. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. But yes, during that time, the wall came down. Yeah. So this is before all the bad stuff that we just talked about. Anyways, Tamlin was a total asshole during that meeting.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just go home.
He's also he was just completely just ignorant and just like refusing to see what's right in front of him.
Yeah.
He's like, well, of course, the only way that she would be in love with him is if he forced her to.
Yeah. Get over yourself,
I freaking hate him. I do. Oh, now I hate him again. No, it's washed clean because of that. It's washed clean because he saved her. And then at the very end, again, it's washed clean.
Yeah.
We still don't like him, but I don't hate him like I did before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally thought he was just with Hybern.
Yeah.
I literally thought he was like going to just like be with Hybern, maybe even fight beside them. Yeah. Or just take himself out of the fight. I thought it was one or the other. I hated how he blamed Feyre though.
Yeah.
I was like, my man, you're the one who put yourself in that situation. Yes, she planted seeds of doubt, but you did all those things.
I just honestly was like, okay, someone kill him.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So.
Get to the final battle.
Yeah. It's not going well.
No, but at the very beginning, that moment when she reveals, she said, I never got you a mating present.
Yeah.
And shows the tattoos. And Reese finds out she got the Briaxis and the bone carver.
Yes.
And then he's like, you beat me to it. And then he takes his glamour off and he's got the Weaver.
Yes.
Oh! Boom, boom, boom.
But
it was
2
awesome.
to 1.
2 for 1. And, and before that, his speech.
Yeah, I did like that.
I was crying.
Everybody just got, like, so affirmed.
Words of affirmation is my thing. So, like, he's great at that. But,
yeah, so basically they all, like, had this moment where they're like, love you all so much. Like, we're probably all dying today. Like, it's been fun. And it was really a sweet moment.
It was.
And you really think that they're all going to die. That's what I thought. I thought they all were going to go to, like, high fae heaven, honestly.
Did
and,
you?
Like, and, like, have this, like, even more immortal life somehow.
I see.
Yeah.
That would have been fine, too.
Yeah.
As long as they all went.
Yeah, so they've got the bone carver, the weaver, all of them.
And they just start wreaking havoc.
Literally killing everyone. But I thought it was funny how she was talking to the bone carver and the weaver, and she's like, oh, remember, you cannot kill our people.
You got a bargain.
I thought that was so funny. Yeah. And they're like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, they're literally, she was like, I heard a growl. Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And the weaver just tears through everybody. Also,
Yes.
she's beautiful now.
Yeah.
Because she ate. I didn't realize that when she eats people, she gets more beautiful.
Yeah.
So she ate Ianthe's beautiful. And then by the end of this, she is glowing.
Yeah.
She is absolutely glowing.
Yes.
Oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. But yes, they start losing. It's not going great.
Yeah.
Then, okay, so the plan is once it gets so chaotic, Amryn, Feyre, Elaine, and Nesta are going to go to the cauldron and try to nullify it together because they're all made.
Like part of it, yeah.
And while they're on their way there, Nesta crumbles to the ground. And she starts like throwing up and she's screaming for Cassian.
Yeah.
And he comes flying in just in time for the cauldron to shoot out its power and kill literally every single Illyrian soldier. That sucked.
That did suck.
But she saved Cassian, which was good. But that did suck. That was not great. So then they're really losing. The cauldron is basically like a giant laser gun.
Yeah.
Shooting everybody.
Yeah.
And then an armada comes in of Hybern's people. It's bad.
Yeah.
But there were so many moments during this battle where there was like so many good things.
Yeah.
So like the very beginning, Briaxis, Bone Carver, Weaver.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Then Tamlin, Grayson and the Human Army, and Jurian, and then the Autumn Court. They all come in.
Yep.
They blow up the Faebane.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes. But then, yes.
But we're still losing.
It's still bad. And then... Okay.
I cannot with you.
Okay, so this whole part kind of confused me. Because first, earlier in the book, Lucien had gone to go get the Queen Vasa.
Yeah.
Which we found out, she was like the 6th queen.
Yeah.
But she was captured by something, and then she has to turn into a firebird.
Yeah.
That part really confused me.
Yeah. But I wonder if it's connected to the other books somehow.
I'm hoping because I feel like they didn't talk tons about that earlier. And I was like, where did this lady come from? But basically, when all hope seems lost, you see this giant armada start coming in. And you see all these aerial flyers coming in. And it's Mirian and Dracon's army.
Yes.
And they finally are back. They had tried to reach out to them. Yeah. They could not find them. They thought their island had been destroyed. They're like, they're gone.
Yeah.
They come back. They just had a glamour on the island. Yeah. That's it.
Literally, no one thought of that.
I was like, you didn't go down there? Like, I don't know. They just soared over it, maybe. And they were like, well, it's toast. Yeah. Guess we're going. Wow. And then they're like, oh, are these friends of yours? And he's like, no, they're friends of yours.
Yeah.
And we find out that Feyre, Nesta, and Elaine's dad, he's actually not a piece of shit.
Finally did something. And he, for the last year, the couple months or whatever, has been in on the continent, literally gathering a humongous human army to fight against Hybern. Yeah.
And he found Queen Vasa.
Yep.
And his 3 personal ships were named after his 3 daughters. The Nesta, the Elaine, the Feyre.
Yeah.
I cried so hard when that was revealed. I have no ties to the dad. I was like, what a piece of shit. But you find out.
Yeah.
He is saving them.
Yeah.
In this moment. And throughout the day, so I finished this last night, and throughout the day today, I kept thinking about that, and I would tear up every time.
That's so funny. Because when I was reading it, I was like, aw. And then I kept going.
That's fine. That's probably a normal response. But I was like, it was just so moving to me.
Yeah.
That you find this out, and they're like, oh my gosh, our dad loves us.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then he named the ships after them. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll be done. I hope someone out there shares my sentiment about this.
I'm sure I thought it was really nice, but there were other things that I was
absolutely
crying about.
Absolutely. Oh, so Nesta is like, okay, listen, guys, I'm gonna distract Hybern.
Yeah.
Cassian's like, I'm gonna protect you.
Yeah.
That moment between him and Rhys I cried again. And he's like, let me do this. I know what you have sacrificed for us. Let me basically sacrifice myself. You have already done this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Okay. So that's the plan. Her and Cassian are going to distract Hybern while Amren and Feyre get to the cauldron.
Yep.
They get there.
Yeah.
And you think Amren is freaking about to literally... I thought she was going to break the spell and she's going to just unleash herself.
Yeah.
Or go back home or whatever.
Because they talked about she had more power.
Piece of trash.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that, so it was okay.
Yeah.
Then we go... Feyre is basically like the cauldron at that moment. She gets sucked into its power and it goes and finds Nesta.
Yeah.
King Hybern comes in, kills the dad.
Yeah.
That sucked. The dad's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry for everything. I'm so sorry. And I love you. And then he dies.
Yeah.
Sad stuff. And Nesta's like, I'm going to kill you. You're freaking dead, man. And then he starts destroying Cassian. Cassian's dying.
Yeah.
She protects him. She shoves him away with her power. And then he comes back. Hybern comes back and she's like, okay, we're going to die together. Cassian's like, I wish I had more time with you.
Yes.
Holy shit. I was crying again.
Okay, that part did get me.
Oh, I cried so much.
Because she, actually had a heart, too.
She did. And she just laid on top of him and was like, we're going together.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't say that, but that's what she meant.
Yeah.
Then, freaking Elaine stabs him in the throat with the truth teller.
Yes.
Azrael had given her the sword, which he had never given anyone else. He never let anyone else touch it.
Yeah.
He gave it to her, and she stabbed him in the freaking throat. She's like, don't touch my sister.
Save the day.
Nesta cuts off his head. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh! Then we see Rhys in his beast form.
Yes.
Which I showed you a picture of that.
I did see that.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't expect him to... I don't know why. I expected him to be a bat because everyone calls them the Bat Boys.
Yeah.
He's not a bat. He is...
everything.
He is... Well, yes, but when he's in his beast form, he's like a monster.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
It's scary, but he tears some shit up. Yeah. Okay. Feyre gets back to Amren, and Amren's like, basically... what you're going to do is unleash me. Yeah. I'm not evil. Yeah. You're going to unleash me and I'm going to kill everybody. That's not you.
But I'm not going to remember anybody.
But
you
yes.
guys.
So that part confused me too.
No, she said, I will not remember you guys.
She did say that.
Yeah.
Well, I know she had said that before, but then I thought she was like, just don't run from me.
Because she said, do not run from me because I won't remember you.
Yeah.
And I will kill you.
Yes.
So basically the whole time, when she does it, and it talked about how Rhys was telling people, don't run.
Yeah. But then when she turned into her true form, she did look at them.
She did look. And Feyre was like, I think she remembered us.
Yes. And then she just kills everybody.
Literally.
Freaking awesome. She literally kills everybody and then she goes away in a wisp.
Yeah.
But when she came out of the cauldron, she broke it into 3 pieces.
Yes.
So the war is over.
Yes.
But
the cauldron cannot be broken.
And so they're like, okay, the world's about to not exist.
Yeah.
So Rhys is like, let's try to remake it together. man, again,
this is when I start crying.
Tears.
And so they both, like, their power had been, like, so diminished from all of the battles and everything. So they're both working together. But the whole time it said he grabs her from behind. They're both touching it. And the whole time he's saying, I love you. I love you. Like, they're still working on it. A little bit later, he's like, I love you. And then she's like, she's seeing it piece back together. It's the cauldron again. She turns around and
she goes, he looks like he's sleeping.
He did. And we all died.
I was like, what? Okay. So I have seen things later on. It's always the art. The fan art gets you every time. It'll spoil everything. So take it from me. Don't look at fan art until you finished it, because you'll ruin it for yourself, like I have done time and time again. So I did see something.
Don't tell me.
After. I'm not going to tell you. But I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think he's dead. I really think he's actually dead, because it makes sense.
I thought he was. Well, I thought they both were going to die, like I said before. But then I thought he's dead and she's pregnant. Oh, and I thought it was just going to carry on his legacy. That's what I thought was going to happen.
That would have been way worse.
I was a mess.
Yeah, so that happened at the end of the chapter when it said Reese was dead. Yeah. And then it ended the chapter. And I closed the book and I just sat there and cried. And I was like, I was going to text Olivia. So Olivia is the one who told me to read this over and over again. She loves these books. And I was going to text her and say, literally, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I hate that you told me to read these books. I thought he was actually dead.
Yeah.
Because it would make sense.
Yeah.
He sacrificed his life to save the
and that's
entire
just who he
world.
Is. Yeah.
And he had said throughout the entire book that he was willing to risk to give up everything.
And he had told her to run. He said, I'll do it, you run.
Yes. And he just said that a lot. And I was like, okay, he was hinting basically the entire time.
Yeah.
But it's okay. He's not dead. Well, he did die.
Yeah.
He actually died. And she remembered. Stay with the High Lord. Yeah. Stay, stay, stay. And she's begging all the other High Lords, give him your power.
She's like telling them. Like she's bad.
And she's about to go into their brains and make him give it to them.
She wasn't really begging. She was like,
no. Well,
you're doing it.
Yeah. Yes.
Do it now.
Everybody gives the power. Tamlin says, be happy, Feyre.
Yes.
I was like, I thought he was going to be an asshole in that moment.
I did too.
I thought he was going to be like, just say something snarky. But he didn't. So good on you. Closure. Good on you, Tamlin. And Reese is alive.
Praise God.
Oh my gosh. I was literally... And then he's like, someone get Amryn out of there before she gets a cold.
Yeah.
I was like, Amryn's alive!
Because he said she was going by and he reached out a hand to her.
Yes. So, okay, in that moment, I wasn't sure if basically she was... So, I wasn't sure if it was that she was dying or dead. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you want to come back with us? Or if it was that she was going to go back.
I thought they were sending her back.
And then he's like, do you still want to come be with us? And she gave up all of her powers to be with them. And I think that's what it was. Yeah. Right?
That's what I thought.
So she is now just normal high fae. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was cool. Like, she was willing to give up all of these powers. Which, for the whole book, we thought that's what she wanted. Yeah. For the whole trilogy, that's what we thought she wanted. But she just wanted to be with her friends, her family. She gave it up to be with them. Oh, Amryn. That was awesome.
It really just... The way it all ended was just like...
Perfect.
Yeah. It's literally... These books are masterpieces. Like, I don't know how she wrote this. I don't know. They are truly the most, like...
They're moving.
Yeah. The only word in my mind was, like, delicious, and that doesn't make sense. But, like, they're just the best story.
They are.
You picture it. You feel it. You're there.
Oh, my gosh. I was just surprised. Which, I know people like fantasy, but... I know we're not even done with the book yet, but...
I think this has to be the best of them all, though.
This book?
Like, of all the fantasies. I don't see how it could get better.
Well, I know. I'm going to hold out hope that this is not the best. These are not the best books I've ever read, because that's sad. If that's over for me.
Would it be sad, though?
No, because it was so good.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a great point.
And other books are going to be great, too.
I just don't know if they'll match up to this.
Yeah.
But I've heard, like, people really, really like Throne of Glass.
Okay.
But I don't know, because I don't think it's heavy on the love.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But we need that. The book ends up, she calls a meeting with all the High Lords. They're trying to basically figure everything out together. And they're trying to make a new treaty with the humans. She literally brings everyone together. So I think it's setting it up for basically that. To set up a new treaty. And then it ends, and her and Reese get to fly around the city together.
Yes, I loved that part.
Oh my gosh.
And she said we get to experience it all together.
Yes. I love that. Holy shit. So good. So
I can see now, like, how at first it was a trilogy. Like, that would have been perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad we have more, but
me too.
I would have been completely satisfied.
Oh, 1,000%. Yes. So, yeah. Whatever happens in the next two, I'm thrilled that there's more to read.
Yeah.
But this was... my mind is blown.
It was just everything and more.
Yes. So freaking good. Wow.
That's really all there is to say. Just amazing.
Yeah. And then Mitchell did tell me that he showed me a TikTok.
Yeah.
And it was like that they added another novella and 2 more books or something. I think it was 3 different. And
I'm here for it.
And 2 books to the series. Like that Sarah J. Maas just did that or something. So.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. I will be 50 years old reading these books.
Yeah.
Just keep writing them, Sarah J. Maas. Please.
Please just keep Reese in there and Feyre.
Yeah. Oh, love it. So I'm so excited to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. And
because they mentioned the boy too, so they have to give us the son. They have to.
Yeah. I'm really excited to read A Court of Silver Flames. I am excited to see that.
Yeah.
A lot because... So a lot of people love Mist and Fury the most out of all the books, but a lot of people also like Silver Flames the best. So like it's like tied between those two as their favorite in the series.
I'm excited now.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know how it could get better than Mist and Fury because we're so attached to Feyre and Rhysand.
Yeah.
But
we're definitely gonna try.
What little I saw of Cassian and Nesta, I'm into it.
Here for it.
So I'm really, really excited to see what that'll be like.
Better get to reading.
We better. Well, make sure you
tune in next time.
Subscribe. Like it. Whatever you do. Follow us on Instagram.
Goodreads.
Slide into our DMs. Yeah, follow us on Goodreads. See what we're reading. We'd love to see what you're reading. I always want recommendations. So.
Yeah, and I just want to talk about the books.
Amen. And I love when I can see who's reading what. And I can be like, oh my gosh, I saw you reading this. What do you think? That's my favorite. I love doing that. So, yeah. Seriously.
Holla at your girls.
Holler at us. And we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.